Welcome to the Town of Deerfield Selectboard Board of Health Sewer Commissioners meeting for June 25th, 2025 at 6 p.m. This is a hybrid meeting, Zoom and in the main meeting room at 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, Mass. This meeting will be held in a hybrid fashion with the opportunity for both in-person attendance and remote participation. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy of the public, the meeting or hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. The meeting will be held in person in the main meeting room of Deerfield Municipal Offices. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, anyone intending to record the meeting must identify themselves to the clerk and provide their name and address for the record. Let's see. So we'll call the meeting to order. We have public comment is available for the first little bit. If anyone has anything they want to say, we don't really have many. No one online, nobody here in the office or in the building. So we'll start with hearings and appearances. We have a hearing pursuant to General Laws, Chapter 166, Section 22, on the petition of Verizon New England and NStar Electric, DBA Eversource Energy, to erect a line of poles, wires, and fixtures on Lower Road in Deerfield, as presented in the petition and petition plans. So we'll open that hearing pursuant to General Law. I just read this. And pursuant to General Law, Chapter 166, Section 22, and any additions thereto or amendments thereof, the Deerfield Select Board will hold a public hearing on June 25th, 2025 at 6 p.m., both at the town offices, 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, and via Zoom, on the petition of Verizon New England and NStar Electric, DBA Eversource Energy, to erect line of poles and wires and fixtures on Lower Road in Deerfield, as presented in the petition and petition plans. A full text of the proposed petition may be viewed at the town offices here at 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, or on the town's website. The meeting is in hybrid fashion, and all the same connections apply. So we'll welcome up the representative. If you'd like to come up and state your name, and I declare the hearing open. So tell us a bit about what you're doing. This is a continuation of the things you've been working on, right?
Correct. Good afternoon. My name is Asli Saeed, here representing Eversource. It's a continuation of the petition that we had before. So there is 2 locations that we want to propose to the town. One is going to be pole 87 over 62S. That's a new stub pole. And then the other pole would be 87 over 50M, that's a new midspan pole.
I see. Yep. That's a new pole, correct?
Correct.
Yep. On the opposite side of the road. And the other one.
Both of them are going to be in the opposite.
Both of them are moved over to the other side, right?
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And this is right near Albany Road West, just for those who are interested. I don't have any questions. Do you? Anybody else on the board have questions?
Were these done at request to make accommodation for the landowners? I think we talked about some poles. There were requests to shift them, and is that a response to them?
No, those poles were already addressed.
Okay.
Those poles mainly because of environmental issues.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. These are just to carry the weight, correct, of the heavier lines?
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Do you have any questions, Blake?
No, I think we're good.
I don't have any issues. Any questions from the public? Hearing none. Entertain a motion to close the hearing.
Just a second. I just
go
want to
ahead,
check.
please.
There's a second sketch.
There are 2.
Is that a different?
2 poles.
There are 2 poles.
Yep.
Okay, so this and this are the same. It's just a different view?
No, 2 locations.
Okay.
So this is further north of that other
Okay,
one.
that's why I was just, are we going to have a separate thing on this side?
Nope, these are both just 2 poles moving. So the hearing's about the first pole moving, the first sketch is moving from one side of the road to the other.
All right.
That's on this one here.
Mhm.
We're moving this pole to there. And then the next pole is a brand-new pole that's going to be added on this side of the road. So right now it kind of goes to here. It's going to come over here to this side of the road.
Okay, so.
And that's the only change.
Correct.
So this thing that's labeled P87/50M is a new pole?
That's a new pole,
That's
correct.
correct. Yep. And 8762S is really just moving the pole.
Right, but that's on the first page.
That's
No,
on the first page.
That's another new pole.
That's a
that-
new pole
yeah.
as well? Will the other one be removed, or is that going to stay?
No, so the purpose of this pole is to support the corner, because right now it will be
I
a corner, and then we need to run some span guys to support the angle of the wires.
I see. Yep. Okay.
Okay, now that I understand what's going on.
Okay, great. No other questions from the public. I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
I'll
Move
make
to
that
close the
motion.
hearing.
Yep. Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. And then I will entertain a motion to approve the poll locations as presented. Have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you. Take care.
And then, you sign here. Then you'll sign there, and then also there, if you're the clerk. Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
That's for Blake.
Oh, okay, yep, thank you. Great. Thank you very much. That's done. Okay, that was it for hearings and appearances. Any select board reports or announcements? Anything want to hit on? I feel like it's been a blur. My mind is toast from all the heat, but
I think
You might want to just announce about the collective bargaining agreement.
thank you.
Just a reminder.
Yes. Let's see, I don't have, we probably do have a signature here too somewhere, right? Find that.
Well, they had in their executive session. They just
Maybe I don't have a signature here. So I guess we will note that we have agreed and voted to approve the collective bargaining agreement between the town of Deerfield and our police department. That has been completed, will be signed and available. Brenda's is probably later on here.
Yep.
Trying to figure out where that is. No, I don't think so. So maybe we can just do that as well. So I'll make a motion to approve the contract between the town of Deerfield and temporary town accountant,
second.
Brenda Hill, as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. I'll get a fresh copy of that to sign. So those two are done. What was the other? We had two meetings. I don't know if Ned, is Ned going to be on?
I did speak to Ned today.
You spoke to-
He didn't-
okay,
he
great.
didn't have anything for tonight,
Okay,
so I think we're good right now.
good.
I do have
Yeah, please, go
Board
ahead.
of Health
Tim.
related. So as part of our participation in the Mohawk area Public Health Coalition, we received two solar-powered battery charging units to use in emergency situations and when you're out in the field to provide electricity when none is available. They're being stored at the DPW. So I just wanted to make note of that. I've notified the police chief,
Thank you.
everyone.
Yep,
So-
saw that message, so that's great. The one thing I will speak about, which was just super fun to have all three of us at yesterday, was Stella Connor on Thayer Street turned 110 last week. 110, I'll say that again. She came rolling in with her walker, quick as can be, sat down. She's doing great. It was wonderful to spend time with her. We had a the church, her church, Holy Family, had a little gathering for her and a lunch, and we were able to present her with the Boston Post cane, gold cane, for the eldest resident. I believe she's the eldest resident in Massachusetts, for sure, at 110, certainly in Deerfield. I could not find anyone nearing that age in Massachusetts when I looked, but she's just wonderful to spend time with. She wished her hearing was better so she could hold better conversation, but she was just a delight to be with, and she just really enjoyed the people, and it was so nice to have both of you there to present her with the cane,
And she had a pretty good turnout there for
She
the,
did.
for the luncheon that
At
came
that-
to wish her well because of the amount of time she spent with the church and with the community and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So there was a lot of people that were still around that still knew the deeds that she had done for the town.
Mhm.
So
super special lady. So that was
Very
super
special.
fun, super fun. Let's see. So we have some minutes to approve. Does anybody want to make a motion on those? Or do you want me to?
I'm happy to do it,
Yeah,
or
go
Blake
ahead.
can do it. Why don't you do it, Blake? We're getting down
Someone's
there.
like
Number
here?
6.
Okay.
We are.
So I make a motion that we approve the minutes for 7/9/2020 open session, 5/14/2025 executive session, May 28th, 2025 executive session, June 3rd, 2025 executive session, June 11th, 2025 executive session.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. So it is that fun time of year where we get to approve the sewer commitment for FY25. It's the second sewer commitment. So we've got the readings from the water department, which we're grateful to have, and we have got a commitment. So this is from the collector treasurer for June 23rd, 2025, the utility billing for 2025 commitment to, you're hereby authorized to collect from the 972 bills named on the commitment with the amounts set against their respective names, amounting in the aggregate of $1,045,141.94 to pay over all monies as soon as collected to the town treasurer and to make a report of such payment to the town accountant. So can I have a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the sewer commitment.
Yep.
And
So,
utility billing for 2025.
thank you.
Second.
Thank you. So we have, let's see, sewer consumption, just for those, at home curious to know, is 38,840,378 gallons. Let's see, we must have one to sign in here. And I also have an abatement, which I'll go over with you too, for the town fields.
So did we vote?
Yeah.
No.
Did we?
Okay.
I think so. It's
I
too
know
damn
we-
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we're good. I'll say all those in favor again, just to be
Blake Gilmore,
sure.
aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. There you go.
Do we only have to do one of them?
Yeah, just one. Yep. These are done. So the abatement is for our athletic fields. So we have water comes into the building, we run the fields to water, and the abatement is, so I did all the math. I take a photo of the meter every month. So from October 28th, 2024 through May 30th, 2025, it was 169,040 gallons. So I minus that from our usage of 200,033 gallons. So it left us with 30,993 gallons for the town. At divided by 1,000 is $30.99 times $23, $702.84, plus the $150 service fee that we all use. So it would be $862.84 would be our total bill. The abatement amount is $3,887.92. So I'll make a motion to approve the abatement of calendar year 2025, bill number 1, of $3,887.92.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. This. Next item is Eastern Ave Graves drainage swale requested change order from GZA in the amount of $5,850 for WPA notice of intent and Army Corps of Engineers self-verification notification form. Anybody have any data on that or what that's all about?
Yeah, so this has to do with the Eastern Ave and Graves drainage swale. So if you recall, previously, Chief Pachurik had been working with GZA for about a little over $5,000 to do an initial assessment of the swale, figure out what permitting would be required, and in order to clean out the swale, and generally figure out what the next step in the process for the town would be with respect to that. So now we've reached that next step. GZA is proposing to update the contract so that they can actually file the notice of intent with the Conservation Commission, and then also just because of what kind of body of water it is, they need to file with the Army Corps of Engineers as well. And so I believe this, similar to the previous contract, would be covered by the storm damages piece out of ARPA.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering where the funds were coming from. All right. Entertain a motion to approve. Let's see. Where is I'm trying to look for that.
Do you have one, or?
Yeah, let's see. Sure we do. Yep. There you go. On the
I
bottom?
move the Select Board, I move the Select Board approve the change order for the contract with GZA Geo Environmental Incorporated for Sugarloaf Brook and tributary assessment.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Didn't I let you finish?
No, because it was on the backside. I was just looking at it, and you already said it. So,
It's all right.
so I think we got the gist.
We got the gist. Thank you for the explanation.
I'm just going to ask.
We're new at this job.
I'm going to ask a question of Eddie Wong. Are you here for the poll hearing? The poll
Which
hearing
already
is
happened.
It's already
finished.
happened.
So
Thanks
you're
for
welcome to
recommending.
stay and hang out, enjoy the air conditioning, or
Did you have a question we could answer for you, or? No, they were just, this was a continuation of the work that they're doing. They were moving, they're adding one pole, well, two poles to the opposite side of the road to carry the weight. I think that was it, right at the base of West Albany and Lower Road.
Yeah,
so they
and specifically across from your property, they're installing a pole there.
On the opposite side of the road.
Okay, yep.
Nice
Just
to see you,
wanna
Ed.
Save you some time. Thanks, Tim. Okay, so then I'd like, we already did Brenda Hill's accountant.
Yep.
Contract.
Yep.
Personnel Board manual amendment adoption, conflict of interest policy, not ADA non-discrimination, codification of vacation negotiations, attendance policy. Do you want to hit on that, Chris?
Sure. So, as part of transitioning from having a personnel bylaw to just having a personnel manual, we had a set of recommendations from the Collins Center for policies that should be adopted and placed into that manual. So earlier, kind of throughout the year, the Personnel Board took up, these different policies. And I think, the way I'd suggest we handle this moving forward is, the Personnel Board completes its work during the year, makes those recommendations, and the Select Board can adopt those recommendations or not adopt as they see fit at the conclusion of each fiscal year. So this year they worked on a conflict of interest policy, essentially just aligns with the existing state conflict of interest law, an ADA non-discrimination statement, and an attendance policy. And then with respect to vacation, we talked about basically codifying kind of current practice where in certain circumstances we'll negotiate additional, vacation time, for, candidates for employment here. So those were the updates that the Personnel Board recommended.
Okay.
And I've got a motion for you as well.
Thank you. I saw the conflict of interest, the Americans with Disabilities, and the attendance. Is the attendance and vacation the same policy?
Is this the vacation here?
Yes, that's it. Yep.
Got it. Sorry, I don't know where mine went.
You can,
I just
Oh,
got, yeah, I
well, I
got
don't know
two.
if it's yours.
Oh, it's maybe added.
There's two of them.
Oh, okay,
There you
great.
go.
Perfect. Now I'll just read this.
I wish I'd never gotten that.
Do you want to do a first reading on this and vote them next meeting, or do you want to go through them now? I really just, I'm good with the
You want
first
us to
two.
just
I just wanted to read
Go
this
through them,
one.
or this be a first reading and do them at the next meeting?
If you'd rather have it be a first reading and we can look at them again next time, that's absolutely fine.
Well,
Hang on one sec.
this is just my thought.
I'm good with conflict of
Conflict
interest.
and ADA are essentially,
They're just
they're
law.
almost word for word.
Absolutely.
What's in the state.
Yep.
And the other two, I didn't.
I just wanted to read
Yeah, I
those
haven't
first.
seen the other two either, so.
So I'll make a motion to approve the Americans with Disability Act statement and the conflict of interest policy for the town.
Second. Yeah, Blake, second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. We'll take the attendance and vacation leave as a first read, and then look at those next, both those next meeting. Thank you. Great. So we have board committee applications, general appointments, resignation. So we have a resignation. Diane Kolakowski from the Tri-Town Beach. I see an email. Let's see, let me get back to that. There's an email here.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. Okay, so we just want to thank her for her service over the years, and she's looking to just step off the Tri-Town Beach Commission. So we thank her for her service. I'll make a motion to approve her resignation.
Second.
All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Then we have appointments. I saw that Chief had wanted to add Deborah Austin, as the part-time administrative assistant backup to Cassie Jerome. So I'll make a motion to approve the reappointment of Deborah Austin as part-time administrative assistant backup to Casey Jerome with the same rate she receives while working for Brenda. It's $31.93.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Great, thank you. And then we have the other appointments. Do you want me to read down these, or somebody else want to do that, or?
Yeah, we do have a motion just referring to that
Whole sheet?
document if you want.
Uh,
I know you may have some
We do have-
deviations from that.
Yeah,
So.
so okay, so let me see. I will make a motion, and then I will make the changes here. So I move the Select Board accept the appointments for town staff, boards, and commissions in accordance with a document entitled Board of Selectmen Expiration Report dated June 17, 2025, for the term of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, with these exceptions. We are going to, under Ad Hoc Senior Housing Committee, we're going to add Blake Gilmore for a 1 year. We are going to hold on the SCEMS Board of Oversight. And I think the rest that you have kind of crossed out, or just because they've resigned, or different things like that. So, yeah, those are the only things that we're changing at the moment, unless anyone else has
No.
Okay, so I'll have a second on that motion.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Let's see, received June 17th. Okay, so, these were the expirations. 25th. Okay, great. All right.
I'd like to have a report from the fence viewer. I think
Yes.
he got active, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he
so-
has been, I remember he was anxious to get started on that. Okay, so we're done with our work. Any correspondence or town administrator reports or anything you want to hit on?
Yeah, just a couple quick updates. Stillwater Bridge, meeting with EEA and DCR tomorrow to talk about, the mitigation land for Article 97. We also had an update from MassDOT this morning in regards to the overall project. So
Right.
after that meeting, hopefully we'll be getting back in touch with our legislators to keep moving that bill forward on the Article 97 piece. So that's where that project currently stands. I know Alex is not here tonight, but if she was, she would tell you she also met with FERCog and MassDOT in regards to the Park Street project that we discussed previously, looking at just piloting a closure of that street. So it does sound like FERCog is going to be moving forward with an application on that project, and so more to come.
Yep.
Beyond that, obviously, 1888 building with a special town meeting vote on Monday night. We're positioned to award a contract. We're just getting into final stages with USDA in terms of supplemental conditions to their contract that they want us to use. So we're this close to getting that all wrapped up. And then we'll be scheduling a preliminary construction meeting and awarding a contract, obviously, to WJ Mountford, the low bidder on the project. Other projects. Oh, yes, that's a good call out. Thank you. Yeah. Cassie was successful in getting it's essentially a technical assistance grant from the Secretary of the Commonwealth's office. So it's called the Roving Archivist. So essentially they have, an archivist come by and they'll help you out with ensuring you can, best preserve your archival materials. So in this case, we have some documents in the vault that date back to the 1700s.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're actively used documents, and so we just want to be careful and ensure that we're preserving them. So more to come on that front, but at some point we'll have an archivist here
That's
roving
wonderful.
around the building, helping us
Maybe
out.
they go the green trailer out back.
Yeah.
It'll be lost in there
Not
forever.
sure that's quite historical
No,
yet.
it's probably not
Give it a couple
historical yet.
decades. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, good call out.
Christopher,
Yep.
there were some records that were in the 1888 building. Were those preserved as well? Or they
Yeah, those were subject to an agreement with the Pecumtuck Valley Memorial Association, so they hold those records currently.
Okay.
Yeah. And then other quick update on the Nexamp landfill solar project. So we're going to be meeting with Nexamp as a pre-construction kind of walkthrough on site with Matthew Morse from our DPW will be there,
Right.
and potentially a couple other folks as well, just to kind of walk the site and talk about how
Nice.
access will work. They have sent over, the performance and payment bond materials, so council is reviewing those. So we're on track to continue moving forward, and hopefully they'll be able to get under construction this season.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Nice.
And I believe that's all the updates I have at the moment.
You good, Greg, too? Good
Are
to
we
go.
on,
Nice.
is our next meeting the 9th, or are we thinking about?
Yeah, so we should take a look at our calendars. Yeah, so currently if we stick on our 2-week schedule, we'll meet again Wednesday, July 9th.
Yep.
Which that works fine for me, but just wanted to check
Good with
in.
me? Yep. That's fine. You good?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Make sure we did everything here. So we'll hold on those, we'll read those.
You got a time, Christopher?
6 o'clock.
No, of when the meeting's going to be?
6.
6 p.m.
Oh, you sure?
Well, if we have...
Until we call and there's a 4:30.
Yeah, there may be an executive session. We'll see.
That's right. That's right.
We post it separately because we don't want that to happen again.
I'm good with all of this. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
Motion to
moved.
adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you all so much. Thank you for coming out tonight. Really good to have company here.